What's up, guys? Welcome to Space Engineers, and welcome to Space Engineers Isolation. This is a special scenario that we've worked up for just this Let's Play. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else, but well, I'm sure someone else thought the idea too. So we're not going to. That's left from when I set up the world. I'm not going to tell you much about the scenario, apart from that. Well, we're in a bit of a difficult spot. You see, our ship was warping. Yeah, I think it's called jump drive, and we seem to have run into a minefield. I hope the rest of the crew is okay, because they're all at the command deck, which I guess would have been here. They made us stay in the basement, in the hold, because there wasn't enough room for upstairs. They by doing that, they saved our lives. I honour them and their memories. I'll send notes to their kids. Are we robots? I guess we've got faces now, so I guess we're not robots, so they may have had kids. So sorry to those children. So look, we have been destroyed. We're going to follow the usual Space Engineers flowchart. Let's go over to a nearby asteroid. Yeah, okay, no asteroids. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to scavenge everything we can from all of these parts. The first thing we're going to need is power, and now that I noticed that, I'm going to take the opportunity to turn off every single thing I can. Fortunately, our ship was transporting this little repair craft from one destination to another. I'm gonna hide all these. So we have this little ship to work with, but I'm gonna turn the safety sensor off because it'll save. How much power does it use? Yeah, I'll save a little bit of power. I'll turn these off as well. They're not using any power. Oh, they're already off because obviously they're not on. They're off because they're not on. Well, I guess we'll just turn off the safety sensor. That'll give us a bit more power. Wow, that gives us a lot more power. So we're going to start grinding down some components. Now, the thing about this series is that resources are going to be very, very valuable. I mean, they always are valuable, but we can't get everything. We don't have access to infinite resources because we simply don't have access to asteroids. And because we don't have access to asteroids, we can't get ice, we can't get iron, we can't get uranium, so things like power are going to be difficult. We also can't get access to any supplies that will allow us to build things that would give us renewable power. The only way we're going to get supplies in this series is by taking them, and that means cargo ships. Now, cargo ships are disabled in the usual game. I've gone into this game into settings and just turned them on. It's pretty easy to do that. You should Google it and find out how if you're curious. I don't like this ship. It's not got a focal point for the grinders. I used to play with. I've only got one grinder on. No, they're both on. I used to play with a ship that had like both the grinders were angled inwards. It was based on the Winry. Someone posted it on the subreddit a while ago. I think it got quite popular. Oh, that's loud. I'm gonna zoom out. Based on the Winry and with a little modification, so it looks similar to the Keen's default ship, Keen Software House default ship. But the only real way to do it effectively in survival, in my opinion, is to have the conveyor hinges, and they do not transfer resources. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's my game, but they don't work for me. So I've had to switch to this design, which only causes a few problems. It's not a big deal. We're rapidly becoming quite heavy. One of the things we're going to want to build first somewhere is a storage for all this stuff. So we're going to break down these reactors first, because one of the first things we need is power. We're going to take ourselves a little bit away from the minefield just for the sake of safety, and at some point we're going to have to deal with it, because as you can see there's even mines in here, and that's going to cause problems. A little bit outside of the roleplay here, I did start off with a ship. The premise of this series is that you've got to survive without using asteroids and without using a lot of resources, but there's just no point to starting this series with me slowly grinding down and moving part from here to there over and over again. It just doesn't make any sense. No one wants to watch that, because everyone's done that, and everyone only has to do it really once unless they're a masochist. So, I mean, I've started with this little ship, and it'll make things a lot faster. It doesn't really give us much in terms of resources. We still have to build something to chase down ships. We might be able to use this once to chase down a ship that's not very powerful, but it's got no feet to latch on. It's got no way to recharge itself. It runs out of battery. It's supposed to be a very limited ship, so that we're forced to go out and get resources in a much more difficult way. So we're just grinding down these. I think we're rapidly filling up our inventory, because it's only a little ship. I have got inventory size on triple because I think it just makes things a bit faster. I thought that some of these components get destroyed when you grind them. That must have been wrong. Maybe that's when you grind them by hand. Okay, and then last thing. This should give us basically some of everything. I also go get the gravity... I know where the gravity is in this ship. Okay, we've got to be really careful because I put myself in a precarious position. We've put ourselves in a precarious position. I'm going to keep saying we because it takes some of the blame away from me. This is why we want to be out of the asteroid field. We shouldn't have to worry about that every second. I'm also going to take this out because the model looks a bit weird and I'm worried that it's bugged. That's strange, look at that. I guess it was just confused as to what build stage it was in. Right, we know that there is in here somewhere a gravity generator, so I'm just going to grind through. Actually, I might be better off going it from the top. Actually, I might be better off dumping these resources somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to grind through. I'm going to get the gravity generator, set that up, and then we'll call it a day on the grinding for now. But there is going to be a lot of this taking the ship apart, because this is all we have to start with until we get a cargo ship spawned in, which will happen at some point soon. I've already seen it happen once as I was setting the game up, so it'll happen again at some point. And we'll have to think very hard about what we want to do when it arrives, because it's quite an investment to go and get it, and I'm not sure we have the capacity. And if, for example, it's a military ship, because I've got some of those mods on that make cargo ships a little bit more dangerous. If it's a military ship, we definitely won't be able to go get it, because it's just not worth it. It's too dangerous. We'll lose everything we have. We will probably have to use this ship the first time, and it will be quite difficult. But for example, we might just drive into it in front, slow it down manually using our thrusters, because obviously a lot of them are booby-trapped. And then just grind off the solar panels and let it drift, because that's what we really need to get things started, is solar panels. Otherwise we won't be able to create any of our own power, and then we'll be in a situation where even the ship that we're using to break down other resources won't work, and that would be problematic. I wonder if grinding those warheads will cause them to explode. Honestly don't know the answer to that. Oh, come on, you serious? We'll go with this one. Is that the... I think that we're just above the gravity generator. Yeah, there it is, I can see it. Well, let's hope it doesn't explode. Ooh. They should give these a random chance to explode when you're grinding them down. I mean, don't do it right now because that would be really bad for me, but I mean at some point. Yes, the world is called Jester Play. It just seemed like an appropriate name. Oof! I think I ground it down enough that it's not going to explode from bouncing about, which is super convenient, because I was not as careful as I should have been. That's going to be the motto of this series: not as careful as he should have been, because it's going to happen a lot that I ruin all of our hopes and dreams by not paying as much attention as I probably should have. There we go, we're getting everything now. We're just going to leave the ship there for a second. I've been thinking about doing this series for a long time. I'm a really big fan of Space Engineers. I've been playing it for a very long time now, like since it was a very different game. Well, a little bit of a different game. And I've always thought this would be an interesting way to play it. So, I mean, I guess we'll find out together whether it was interesting or not. My hope is that it is. Okay, let's go over here and just start our base. There are two things we really need fundamentally: beacon and gravity. Gravity because we have no way of generating hydrogen and we have to be able to get back to the ground. Oof. Did you see how much our fuel time went down there? So we are going to turn it off. Actually, no, we're going to leave it on because even if we're wasting energy, it is not worth the dangers of ending up with a floated away ship, because we wouldn't be able to catch it back. We haven't got the resources. Oh, I put too many in. Why can't I drag those out? Is that not connected to the cargo container? That's interesting. It should be. Strange. Okay, so we're gonna make a new station. May as well start from scratch. There's no point starting with that wreck. It would be too long to get anything usable out of it. And this will be our home. Can I shift click in non-creative? No. Wow, place everything by hand. I mean, that's not so severe, but I just oh, I think you can build from your ship now as well. It's been a long time. I'm sorry if this is all news. This is no news to you, but I just remembered you can build from your ship. Interesting feature. Haven't used it yet. Maybe we'll use it here at some point. Maybe not right now. Right now, I'm more concerned about having a place to rest our weary engineer. Weary engineer. Wengineer. Wenjanoodle. I'm sorry. Space. I've got space madness. Right. I mean, there's a little place for us to be. Which grind is this? I'm going to check if this grinder has got any content in it, and then I'm going to grind it down. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I think we ran out of oxygen. Or did I hit J and I've got no helmet on? Yep. Yeah, I took my helmet off by accident. I've got to get used to that. I'm not used to using the helmet. Again, I sort of stopped playing around the time when helmets were introduced. Well, I stopped playing around the time that lots of... Have we frozen? I think we've frozen. Okay. We'll cut through this. Okay, we're back. It unfroze. So the grinders are both full, and they're very full. So we're going to weld up some stuff manually. First of all, we're going to build a cargo container, a large one, because we need somewhere to dock. Oh! Battlecruiser. I am not going anywhere near that. Thank you very much. Battlecruiser. You can, unless you come over here and also you're not aggressive, I think we can wait for the next one. Oh! That is going to kill me one day. Why is it next to the K key? Well, I mean, there's lots of reasons why J is next to K, I guess. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I'm going to have to, at some point, fix that. Put one on the bottom or something. That's going to be so annoying. I guess we don't really need to... I don't know what I thought I was doing there. Do you see that? There's a thruster component in the cockpit. I don't know. I think I must have put that in there. Okay. We're going to build this. Ah, it's a bit oversized. I guess we'll build it like this. Underneath. Or maybe offset. Yeah, we'll build it on these sides. I think I've built it wide enough that we can actually have two of these next to each other. No. Put it there. And I'll dump everything I've got into it. What do we need first? Interior, construction, metal, small. Interior, construction, metal, small. Oh, can't go from there. I've forgot. Interior, construction, metal, small. Interior, construction, metal, small. This is just my way of remembering things. Interior, construction, metal. Oh, no metal. Well, no metal. Oh, there they are. And then small. Do we have any smalls? No, I'll have to go and grind some. Let's make sure we've got all this and stuff in first. Because that way we can keep shuttling resources around through here. Interior plates. I think you need motors as well. Probably large steel tubes. I think computers too. Ah, a display. I don't think we have a functioning cockpit to take a display from, so... but I do think we have... Can we see it yet? Oh, it's coming this way, isn't it? It's gotten closer and bigger. Oh no. If it's got weapons, that's going to attack us. Uh-oh. I guess we'll just deal with that problem when it arrives. And if it arrives and destroys us, I will not count it, because like I will find another solution. I'll just copy everything and put it back in and start the Let's Play again, because that doesn't seem fair. Why is everything not transferred to the central car? Oh, it's full. Now I see. We don't need metal grids. We need interior plates. Have we used all our interior plates already? Okay, well, I guess we can grind some down ourselves. We have enough fuel. Yep, I think it's definitely coming our way. Oof, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe it'll just miss us, maybe it will just be out of range and we'll be able to get a look at how it is as it passes by. It does look like it's coming towards us, but they always kind of do. I think it might be going like this. And it's going to pass by well over there. So, distance is going down. I don't know. I'm not going to spend the next hour agonizing about this. I am going to have trouble finding out... Oof, I must have knocked one. I guess that's the best result. Knocking one and not noticing. If I'd noticed, it would have been a bigger problem, I think, because I would have only noticed that if it was exploding, I think. Did we get enough small steel tubes there? No, we need loads more. But we're almost good on interior plates. Ah, and we've got a display from this, so... I could have sworn that sometimes this, some of the crucial components get turned into fodder, scrap. Fodder? Get turned into scrap, that's interesting. I thought that when you ground something down and you don't have quite the appropriate tools... Okay, well that's full. They get turned into interior plates. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this whole talking and playing games thing. I thought they get turned into scrap metal. Maybe it's a feature of the game that is different than how I remember it. I'm sure there's something like that though. We can put them in here. So we can't really grind anything down unless it's going to give us exactly what we need. Okay, this will give us small steel tubes. Well, it only gives us 4 small steel tubes. We probably shouldn't grind this down because it's kind of our only other storage method right now. Ooh, 3.8. I guess we'll see. I'm still nervous. Come on, there's got to be something that does better for us. Oh, there's this actual cargo container. You know what? We could actually just use this for now. But we've already started. May as well finish. Is there anything in here? Oh, there is. Oh, that's great. We should probably transfer everything out. Oof. Got to be careful about bumping into things. Ah, we can't transfer everything out because we haven't got another storage. Interesting situation to be in. I didn't think storage was going to be one of our problems here, but I guess it makes sense, right? We've got an abundance of resources and nowhere to put them. Let's make a small reactor. We do need power, and this is about the only way we're going to get it. Things are going to be a bit more elegantly designed afterwards when we are not in such a dangerous scenario. Oh, is it going away from us now? Or is it still going up? I think it's still going... sorry, it's still going down. I think it's still trying to kill us. The trouble is, the grinders, since they're full, they are putting everything into this cargo container as soon as there's something out of it. So it's causing us a bit of hassle. It's a shame that I can't swap. This is going to be a slow process if I have to keep going back and forth to get things. If one of these grinders is empty, we can take the opportunity to very quickly... so this will allow us to empty some space out of here. Where is it? 2.5. I'm going to go have a look. Okay. Wait, didn't I put some... Yeah, okay, I need more... I'm assuming I filled up the superconductors. Oh, maybe it doesn't need superconductors. Maybe only the big ones need superconductors. Well... Okay. So I must have filled up those. What else was needed? Small interior plate. Steel plate. Yeah, steel plate. Large steel tube. We have that. We have construction components. We have computers. We have motors as well. Oof, battlecruiser. It's really making me nervous now. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, it's going to do a very close flyby. I don't think it's worth looking. This is stupid. It's definitely not got anything that's going to be useful to us, and it's just going to mean we lose our base. I think the closer we get, the more guns we're going to see. Yep, those are guns. I can see them. Slow down. Slow down. We're going to die. Turn around. Why aren't we slowing down faster? Are there guns? I thought I saw guns. Don't you usually see guns within 800 meters? Like, don't you usually see the... Yep, you do. Flee. Flee in any direction. Oh my god, that was stupid. I'm a stupid idiot. I am a stupid idiot. And I almost lost my base. If I'd not looked in the right direction at the right second, I would have lost my base. I'm a stupid idiot. Yeah, I mean... Obviously, we don't slow down as fast as I thought we did, first. Second, things that have the word battlecruiser in their name, unsurprisingly, are quite dangerous. So we will not be going after anything that says battlecruiser until we have like a self-restoring ship, which exists. I've made one before. It wasn't great, but it worked. Okay, so let's put this back. Well, not back, but let's put this here for a second. Yeah, it's a shame we can't just drag this component over. I'm sure there's like we can use a merge to speed this process up, but I'm not going to do that. Oopsie daisy. Like we could make 2 merge blocks and then drag a connector over and stuff like that, but pardon me. But it seems like a lot of hassle. Okay, this should give us enough to finish our... Honestly though, I realise now that our ship, because our ship's connector doesn't work as well as it should, we might not actually even be able to dump resources into this. Because it doesn't connect properly. Like it won't be able to drag anything out of the large container. Small components, I guess. But that's not really what we need it to do. Might have to do some readjusting here. But it's connected to a large... I really don't understand why I can't access anything from this connector. Maybe because the connector's full? I think it's because the connector's full. Because the... Yeah, I think there's something to do with fullness going on. Maybe there's a really obvious problem that I'm not understanding. The reason why I can't drag stuff into here. Maybe I don't own the ship. I think that affects things. Oops. The battlecruiser has passed. Always a good sign. That would be large steel tubes. Yeah, we can't drag things out through there. But they're definitely... I mean, it's pulling resources. Interesting. Okay, we're almost done with our small reactor. Now, I know that there is somewhere in the ship there's a bit of uranium, and if we're only powering a very large field, but a very weak field of of just looking at our hydrogen levels. If we're only powering a very large but very weak field of gravity, it shouldn't cause us too much hassle. Yep, I keep trying. Doesn't work. Don't work. It's broken. And this is all full. We need computers. The grinder's empty yet? Grinder 2 almost empty. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly that's interesting. Do I have to be in the ship? There's a way to make this show up on the HUD. On the hood. HUD. Just realised I didn't name the ship. That's bad luck, I think. Yeah, there's a way to make this show up on the HUD. I thought you just hit show up on the HUD on. Which one is grinder 2? Info. I know there is a way to make it show up on the HUD. I'm just being an idiot. Nothing shows on the HUD. I say we just go for it. Okay, let's doesn't say on it, does it? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a baby by its toe. If it cries, let it grow. Blah, blah, blah. This one. Catch a babby? I think it said blabby. Catch a blabby by its toes? What the hell's a blabby? Please don't explode into components. Oh, it was the wrong one. Oh, that's the gravity content. Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh, I guess we wait for them to... Oh, I don't know what to do about this. Oh. Oh. Okay, I tell you what, we're going to very quickly try and save just the most important components. This is a series where it's really important to be resourceful with your use of components, and that was the least resourceful use. I'm going to grab these, because we can't make these. F. Sorry, it's been a while.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, shit my bricks. Shit my bricks? What the hell? That was stupid. What's the most important to save? Don't need ammo, really. If I pick this up, I won't be able to pick anything up, basically. Anything else up. Leave that. Grab that.
Inventory full.
Okay, well we might be able to get some other stuff once we've built a... Okay, well I can't build it with this here, but I'd really not... I'm just going to try and knock that gently, and then I'll put the welder. Oh, the reason we did that, by the way, is so that we could build a welder. We destroyed our thing so we could build a welding. Did I not click on welder? Did I click on power efficiency module? Interesting. Okay, now we should be able to pick this up.
Inventory full.
Wow, there was a lot there. Dump some into that one. Maybe there's some needed here. And then maybe we can pick this up now.
Inventory full.
Alright, I saw some steel plates floating away. Maybe I can grab them. Oh, this isn't a steel plate. But I just wanted to grab some more. There's some steel plate over there. Ballsy, ballsy, balls. Okay, let's put this back in our little storage hole here. Like the most inconvenient storage hole we could have had. I told you, didn't I say, or did I say it in this series, or was it one of the other ones that I made that failed? There you go, I'm letting you on the secret that I made some other ones of these, and it didn't work as well as I expected. I had some problems with the ship. That is a lot of plates to just let go flying off, but no other real choice. I think there's about 600 there, I think it said. Might be able to retrieve some of them. Some of them haven't gone too far. Interesting, because now we haven't got enough. Need small steel tubes, is it? Small steel tubes, computer motor, we can get that. We need to empty our inventory first. Okay, we need to get out of this hole first. Just taking a look at our hydrogen, and it's not looking good. We are going to have to find a solution for that quick. Something with computers on it. That's not going to have computers. Oh, what has computers? Oh, do these have computers? That's a nice little resource grab. Turning a negative into a positive, isn't that lovely? Okay. We are actually not doing too badly on hydrogen, but it is going to be a thing that causes us some issues in the near future. So I've got to put a beacon on this, otherwise I'm never going to find it again. Yeah, having the one grinder on here is going to cause a little bit of hassle, but oh, the hassle of trying to get into your craft. Okay, I can get rid of that because I had this set up so that I had that set up so that I could automatically deactivate my. Have we got nothing else to go in that? Wow, we are so slow. Are we even... Is it that we've got nothing else to go in that, or can it not pull from the conveyors? Have I not got them... cargo container. Have I got you turned... I guess we've got nothing else to put in there. What's it need? Where is it? There we go. Computer. One computer. Oh! Idiot. Okay, so we'll put these in our little hole again. Gotta keep putting stuff in our hole. Eventually we'll grind the hole and then we'll get all our stuff back. Computers. Great. Good, 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 good. Okay, we now have a functional reactor. Yeah, we need a gravity generator. Interior plates and small steel tubes. Okay. Well, now that this has got a bit... how's your inventory? Yeah, we can go and grind down something that's got a lot of interior plates. But it will take us 100 years to get there. Also need to put that on my bar. So we're going to move over there, check that we've got something that'll give us interior plates, and then what? I think I can check in the menu what gives us interior plates actually. Oh, well, I can't because I'm not flying. That was stupid. I'm not flying free. I think there's some stuff in here that will give us interior plates. Interior plating will give us interior plates, interior blocks, whatever they're called. Interior blocks. Actually, that is what they're called. Ah, you probably will. Nope, steel plate. God, it's actually quite hard to come by, isn't it? Oh, actually, we can grind the cargo container down. And that was over here, if I remember correctly. We're moving in such slow motion. There we go, look at that. Now, I'm silent because I wanted to show you my beautiful drifting skills. Beautiful. No, they weren't beautiful. I just couldn't think of anything to say. I'm still practicing this whole talking thing. I think I've said that in every single video I've been in, that I'm still practicing. At some point, I'll have to give up on the whole I'm still practicing thing and admit that I'm not such a good commentator. I don't want to let this go too long, so I'm not sure if our inventory is full. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Did we pick up anything? Grinder 1? Oh, Grinder 2 is the only grinder we're going to have. Yeah, that's enough. Let's check where our base is before we... It's over there. Slowly make our way. Very slowly. Lovely jubbly. Perfect. Okay, good. Now we have this. We can make a connector and dump all of our stuff into it. Providing the connection works. I am beginning to wonder if these are broken and if they're not actually pulling through. So I might have to replace them with default ones. Sometimes that happens with mods. You take a risk and it doesn't play out. I'm sure the developer of the mod will fix it at some point soon. Connector. You know, for this we could actually just go and grind down one of those connectors, but let's see how much. Of course I need steel plates. Of course I have to go to the bottom. No, actually, because there's a problem with the placement of the actual placement of the connector at the top, because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. It's nothing to do with these at the side. It can't place things in its... I'm trying to get in the ship through the connector. It can't place things in the actual cargo ship below it. So the problem's probably with the connector. We'll see when I connect to this ship. This bay dock thing. Okay, we didn't have enough. Let's see what's going on. That's funny. Just completed. Must have run out of interior of steel plates. Okay, let's see if we. Oh, it needs power. So I know where the power is. I'm not going to take the whole bloody ship over there. We're just going to grab. I think I know where the power is. It's been a while. Well, actually, it's been a second. Isn't it? Isn't it in here? I already ground that down. Wasn't the power in here? No, actually, I think I in the end put it inside this bay. Ooh, everything's red in here. Well, I'm going to grind through here rather than going all the way to the front. I think it's 10 uranium, which was like, in the roleplay aspect of this, it was the amount of uranium that was already in that ship when we picked it up for delivery. And now it is going to be our sustaining life. The lifeblood of our little home here. And now we have this, and it shouldn't be too much of a power drain. I can't see that going down too quickly, but we do need to find alternate solutions pretty soon. So we will be desperately looking out for something that has solar panels on it, and then we'll build some batteries. I've got to set the other connector, haven't I? It should be this connector. So let's see whether this is pulling stuff. And this will also recharge our... Oh, nothing's being pulled through. That is a real annoyance. I can manually transfer stuff. Yeah, I can manually transfer stuff even from this. Oh, I think stuff's being pulled through now. Maybe it just took a second to update. Right? I saw some stuff move. Ah, interesting. Did I just pull that from the grinder? As in I can pull stuff from the grinder to the... Where did I pull that from? What is going on? Because we just put all this effort into building a functioning conveyor. And nothing's being conveyed. There's this one big socket here. And there's one big socket there. There's one... I know how we've messed up. When building this ship, I connected the oxygen here so we can get oxygen through. And I connected the... no, because this is a big connection, big connection. Let's ground this out and see what's going on here. That's a big connector. That's big connector, big connector. Yeah, I've put this in the wrong place. So, let's manually transfer everything out of here. Whoa, that'll take a while. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Space Engineers Isolation, our new series. I hope you come back in future where we will finish off a little bit of our base, hopefully scavenge this ship up and use it to make ourselves a little bit more sustainable. And then we'll also fix the problem with our ship we're having. And there's lots of stuff to come. So if you've enjoyed this series, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want anything specific from it. I have been Jester of None, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much. And up. I hit the shift key instead of the run key.